So
that's great.
God is so good.
All it takes is one person to be like, yes, come on, I got you.
That one yes will change your life.
It will.
Yeah.
Okay, I like how this is going already. Let me pull up my notes. What do you want to talk more about? The event planning or like your artist management?
I'm open to everything.
Yeah.
So I have my nonprofit. We focus on children that lost their parents.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's the King Foundation. I push that big. It stands for Kids in Need of Guidance and Grace, and we focus on children that lost their parents to unforeseen circumstances in the state of Florida. So we're very Pacific, but it's not about like they can lose their parents. You know, a lot of people like particularly to gun violence or like different things. Our organization, it could be from homicide, suicide, or if the parents are just absent. And we just do like different events and therapy at our events for them. So, but I just do so much. So it's really like whatever you want to talk about, I'm open to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we can talk about just being a boss woman in general. Hey ladies, thank you all for tuning into the Wealthy Sis podcast, where we talk about all things women's wealth related with a heavy emphasis on entrepreneurship. Today we are joined by Mogul Ciara
Quaintance.
No, you're not. Ciara Quaintance.
Yes.
Okay.
It's just like it's easier to say, like, you know how you've heard the word meet your acquaintance?
Yes.
Just take the AC off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
So
perfect. Well, how you feeling today?
I can't complain. God is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to get ready. I got a lot of things going on the next few weeks, so I'm just prepping myself right now.
Okay. I'm glad I was able to, take a little bit of your time.
Thank you.
Because I know
appreciate
you're
the
busy.
opportunity. I thank you very much.
Let's start with an icebreaker.
Okay.
Kind of get everybody, knowing who you are.
Okay.
What are the top 3 apps in your phone? Like when
Social media is included? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So like Instagram, Spotify. I play Spotify every day, all day. And Amazon.com.
Amazon. Oh, you shop?
Everything. I just ordered some water today. I need some help.
I love Amazon. I've been doing Instacart. I think I'm gonna switch over to Amazon.
It's really good.
Cheaper.
They just raised their prices a little. Like they went to $9.99. So I'm like, wait, I'll start doing this. Wait a minute. But it's like they come right to your front door.
They're gonna.
And if they mess it up, you're gonna better get your money back. You don't gotta argue about your stuff. So yeah, Amazon, one of my best friends.
Oh, you can't lose with that. On Spotify, are you listening to music or podcasts?
Music. I have any genre you name were for me, like music on my Spotify.
Yeah.
But I just started doing podcasts because my problem is I listen to it while I'm working. So like if I'm already typing and I'm trying to focus, listening to someone else talk is not helping me. So I listen to music. I like to listen to like upcoming artists, R&B, throwback music.
Yeah.
Like I love like this maybe before your time, but like the Teddy Riley, the that type of the New Jack Swing era.
Just a little bit before my time.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Just a little bit.
I love the New Jack Swing era. It's one of my favorites music. It just brings back like good memories as a child.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
When I'm thinking about Spotify on my phone, I think I'm the same exact way. Like when I'm working, I always have on like a nice playlist. And it probably sounds like elevator music sometimes. Or sometimes it's an instrumental.
Yes.
Just because like you said.
You gotta focus.
You gotta focus. But I know when I turn it on, I'm in mode.
Yes.
I'm in mode. But like when I'm driving, I'm always listening to an audio podcast.
Right.
Somebody talking. Something educational.
What podcast you be into? Put me on some game.
Okay, so I would be lying if I didn't say that my top podcast was Earn Your Leisure.
I just followed them yesterday on there.
They're very on point. Okay. And to be honest,
and they're not that long. It's like 20-minute shows or something.
Some of them.
Okay.
The Market Monday, I think they kind of lean more on like 40 minutes to an hour for some of them. But with Earn Your Leisure, I will go back to like some of like the first interviews. Like in the beginning, I feel like those were like the most rawest interviews. I know recently they've been doing a lot of marketing and promotion for like InvestFest and stuff like that.
Yes.
So it's a hit or miss on how educational I feel like it's going to be. I know they do a lot of Market Mondays, but Earn Your Leisure is my top. Oh man, it's a few. That's crazy. I be listening to podcasts on real estate.
Okay.
I listen to real estate podcasts. When I just want to turn up, I listen to Poor Minds.
Okay.
That's one of the lit podcasts. But it's hard to remember the names of them sometimes.
But you know where you go. You know how to get there. It's one lady I listen to. She's I can't think of her name either, but when I see her, like, oh, I've listened to her podcast.
They always pop up.
Yes, but they be good to listen to. I just ordered a book for the first time in a year this Thursday.
Yeah.
I haven't read a book It's been a minute. So I'm like, I need to, like, you be so on the social media, and like sometimes you get distracted that you forget to cater to yourself.
Yes.
And sometimes that meditation, or just reading a good book, listen to a good playlist, we need that in our life.
100%.
I just ordered the Rick Ross book, and that's been out for a while, but people have been telling me it's really good. So I'm going to start it this weekend. As I travel, that'll be my little go-to.
I started his audio book. I just finished 50 Cent's audio book.
Okay.
That's really good. But I like how you said, like, reading an actual physical book. Because for me, back in the day, I had all these books.
Mm-hmm.
I still have a library in my house, but the last time, like, I took one of those books off the shelf and I kind of read it. It's been a minute.
And we need that. I love Zane books back in the day.
Woo.
And Terry McMillan, Sister Soldier. Like, I have to go and look for those authors. And now it's like, when last time you been to the library? You got to tighten up. Like, I'm saying, like,
but let me tell you, the libraries, but let me tell you, though, because I was a bookworm, and when I took my kids to the I take them quite often, you know, every couple months, but there was one time I took them to the library, it's like 2 years ago, it was in Kissimmee, and we walked in there, and it was probably like 4 bookshelves, and I was asking them for certain books, and they kept saying, oh, you can go to the machine and you can find an audio book. Or they'll mail it to you, and the experience is different. You know how you used to back in the day? It was all these books.
You'd be so excited to check and see, okay, it's on aisle number 4. Okay, let me go over here. Like,
nope, now they're like that. Online, we'll deliver it to you. It's a different experience.
Yeah, I'm going to have to check that out. I may do that today.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I may do that today.
Do something different.
Yes. Thank you. I haven't been to the library since I voted. That's it.
It's quiet in there, too. Sometimes it's a good place just to sit and work.
Yes.
Gotta find the right one, though.
Yes.
The right one. Yeah. Right. So our first segment is called Her First, because it really dives into, like, you, yourself, your background. And my question for you is, first off, where are you originally from?
Duval.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been in Orlando 12 years this year. I moved here March 2011, I believe. I came here to go to UCF. I was driving back and forth every week.
That's a lot.
Every week I come here Sunday night, stay at my business partner Megan house, her husband, those are my babies. But I'll go stay at her house, she'll cook me a good dinner, and then I wake up, and she stayed in Windermere then. So I didn't know how far UCF main campus was from Windermere, but I literally was coming from Jacksonville, go stay at her house Sunday night, and then on Monday morning my class started at 8 o'clock. So I had to drive from Windermere to UCF. I did that. And then I had to go back to Rosen College campus, which is over there off of 72, I think, like by International, the complete opposite again. Then that class would end like at 7. Then I'll drive back to Jacksonville.
Well, you know hustle.
Yeah, I did that for a couple of months until I was able to get a job transfer, and I came here like that.
Oh, okay. And then you just been in Orlando just working?
I graduated from I came here to go to school at UCF. I graduated double bachelor's from there with event management and hospitality management.
That's lit.
With a concentration in live events. So that was like my focus. And I graduated August 2013. And so my plan was I'm going to be a major executive for a major label. I'm going to go get an intern up in Tennessee. I had all these plans. I'm going to California. I'm going to work for Disney. All these different plans. And then, you know, an intern, you don't get no money. Most likely. Most of them you don't. And so I was like, how am I going to be able to go do an intern? A single mother. My son was like maybe 4 or something of that nature. And I was really just trying to figure out. Me and his dad wasn't together, but he was an active parent.
Oh, that's good.
And then like maybe 3 months after I graduated with these plans of, okay, I'm going to try and get an intern in January. My son's father was murdered in December 2013. So I went from like having these set plans and goals. Okay, now I can go do me. I don't got to school. Now he can go be with his dad a little bit. We can make it work. But when he passed away, it kind of shook it up a little bit because now I have to go to work. I have to go get a job. You know, at that time I think he was 29. Didn't have no life insurance. Typical black man.
Important. We've been trying to educate our people.
Trying to tell you, they have no insurance. Didn't think they needed it. Like, didn't really think that you will pass away. But one thing I have learned from Miss Kimberly R. Stewart, which is our wealth advisor, who are mine. Great person I should put on a podcast.
I'm gonna reach out to her.
Yes, the bomb. One thing she have always taught me, and she say every time, is we all have an expiration date. No matter how much money you got, a billionaire, a poor man in the street. No, gay, straight, white, black, whatever. We all have an expiration date. So it's one thing we have to always prepare for is that you don't want your parents or your family members or your kids struggling and suffering. How are they going to bury you? Are they going in debt because you didn't handle your business? Because you know that's something that we thought that you're going to have to prepare for.
Yeah.
So with that being said, again, my life changed and I shifted. Instead of me being a major music executive, now I got to go get a real job out here. So I got a real job, and well, I got a job with a finance company, and I've been there almost 10 years now. I be saying every week I'm quitting, I'm gonna leave here. But realistically, I've been there. It pays my bills, and then I have my side hustles.
Stability is important, especially as a mom.
You need that security, you need that insurance.
Yes, you do. And I love that you mentioned that, because I know a lot of the times I've been guilty too. We preach entrepreneurship, but we don't realize like there's so many different ways that you can go about entrepreneurship.
Yes.
Like you can have a very stable career and also be an entrepreneur and still be good. Like, but a lot of people feel like they have to make that sacrifice.
Sometimes they do. You know what's for you is for you.
True.
But I'm big on, I need to make sure my bills paid. I'm not about to be running chasing people for money.
Because that could be a hassle.
It could be a hassle. A hassle. Excuse me. Some people are blessed to have a very productive business. But you have to also think about, if I want to go to the dentist, like the other day, I think I had like $4,000 worth of work I had to get done. I paid less than $1,000 out the door for everything.
Perks.
So you have to think about that. That's one, but that we can't also make sure that handicap you to step out on faith. Because again, what's for you is for you. Some people can go out here and make a lot of money, but now you got to make sure you marketing right. You got to make sure the business is in order. You got to make sure you're paying your taxes. You just got to make sure you're doing the things the right way. So I'm not knocking it. But I'm like, being that I am mom and dad 100% for my son, I can't take a chance of if I can't pay my mortgage.
Yeah.
I can't take a chance if my son cannot go get him his whatever he want to eat and his dunks. Like that's not going to work for me. So again, what's for you is for you. But I see nothing wrong with working a job and then making your hustling, and making your dreams come true. You have to do that.
You do. How you balance it? I was gonna ask.
Yeah, to be honest with you, my friends get on me all the time. They're like, Cece, you cannot do everything. Let us do something. But I feel like ain't too many people hustle like me. From the dudes to the females. They don't hustle like me. Like, I'm gonna get the business done. And sometimes there may be some stuff that may come to you that may not be paid. Yeah. If you may not get a nickel from it, but your relationships is worth more than money.
Yeah, you have to weigh it out. You
got to figure it out. And I'm that person that I'm all about face card. Because your face card get messed up by one person,
all it takes is one.
That yes, and sometimes that no. But I balance it out because how I do puzzles. Okay. That help me meditate. So I come with my biggest ideas, my thing, my dreams do come true brunch, my King Foundation, all the different things came from me doing a puzzle. I'm gonna do this, and I'm just thinking and so, but I balance it out because I do a lot by myself. But if I have to delegate something to someone, I may call my girl Frances, that's my assistant, or my cousin Cameo. When we have events, for example, I don't have to even ask them. Guess what? They come. You got your contacts? I'm like, yeah, I got my contacts. Okay, you got 10 minutes. Let's go. 10 minutes. They be on me. We get my team just get in place and. Events,
that's a blessing.
I'm so thankful.
That's a blessing. I know it takes time to get that team though.
And honestly, it's not even like an official this my event team. I don't have an event
people
team.
That's
it's just my family, and they step in. They there. My mama there. Where we at? She's security and everything. It's so it's a blessing. I balance. I have my tribe to help balance out from my nana. My brother's gonna step in. Whatever I need. So I'm extremely blessed for that.
Family is so important.
Girl, yes. My tribe. I love my brothers. I got 6 living brothers.
Ooh. Oh, you was well protected.
Yes. I love my brothers. I love my sisters. It's family, and I have really good friends. I have my crew. They mamas love me. I love they mamas. It's a little different. When you have that, some people don't have that. But, a lot of times people don't have that because they don't allow it either. They don't allow it. You have to give to receive sometimes. So
I want to talk about the dreams come true brunch.
Yes, girl.
Because girl, you lit. When I say just hearing about it and just seeing all like the feedback and just seeing like so many women come out and just be impacted, you know, is what I aspire to be able to create. I know that it's not easy.
It's coming.
It's not easy though. How do you do it?
Girl, almost took us out this year.
Let's talk about it. Can you let everybody know, like, what is the Dreams Come True brunch?
So the Dreams Do Come True brunch is a brunch that is an annual event that for women. It's not even just for women. It's for everybody. Women, men, and teens. That we focus on entrepreneurship, but we also focus on, like, you know, just building each other up.
Yeah.
Whether it's networking, we have a variety of people that's on the panel. We have a 5-star brunch every year. We have unlimited mimosas and sometimes wine, or even if we have a liquor sponsor, drink. We want you to drink and feel good.
Okay.
No slowing down.
They gotta feel good.
Feel good. And our gift bags is usually sponsored by Curls. It's like we have to fill them up with other items and our own keepsakes and stuff like
They're
that.
amazing.
I have you been to the brunch?
I haven't yet, but I'm coming.
Let me know. We're gonna have your media pass, Nisha.
Okay.
We'll make it work. We'll make it work.
I appreciate you.
This year we had, like, this is like our biggest hiccup. We had Super Scent scheduled. We've been wanting Super Scent for like 4 or 5 years. Like every year we always have a keynote speaker and then we have a dynamic panel. It may be mixed up with men, women, like whoever that's making their dreams come true. But at the same time, it's not just about entrepreneurship. Like our first year, we had Karen Civil. I'm not sure if y'all know her or not,
yes.
but we had, at that time, the year we had her, Oprah named her one of the top 10 women that everyone should follow. And she was considered the Renaissance woman. So we had her our very first year, and it was amazing. Like, you know, we learned, like, we was stressed out, ain't gonna lie, was in debt, girl, you know.
Them events sometimes will do it.
Mom, let me get some gas money. Like, it was in debt trying to make it work, because we did not realize how much it costs.
Yeah.
Especially when you bring in
especially
when we had it at the Crystal Ballroom, first of all. Like,
okay.
We learned our lesson. We learned. But we had it our first year, and it was really cool, but we was focused on woman entrepreneurship, CEO, entrepreneurship. That's all we want to talk about. And so one lady came and she was like the only female promoter, or one of the biggest female promoters in Miami at the time. And she was also the only female promoter for Rick Ross, like his Bel Air line. So we had her come, and when we first originally said, we want you to come speak, at that time she was a mother of 6, she was married, people loved her, she'd be working in the clubs, like she was popping.
Yeah. And
so, but then we fast forward to when it was time to do our brunch. Her and her husband are going through a divorce. Her mom is dying, so she's taking care of her mom. And I never even asked her where she got her name from. And so she explained, I got my name from my mother. I think it was like my mother selling my body as a little girl. And so it was like, I can't remember verbatim what it was, but basically, let me get some honey for that money. Or something of that nature. Yeah. And so when that happened, the whole room had, like, we have 100. Our first one we had did 130 people, our first brunch, and we literally was like gasping. Everyone's crying. My mouth on the floor because I didn't know that. I didn't take the time to like ask these questions, like, how you doing?
Yeah.
All I seen is the Instagram, the Facebook. Oh, Baby in Club Live. She popping. You get what I mean? You didn't do the. I didn't do the research, and I let alone I didn't ask the questions. And so when that happened, I was like, oh damn, like it was awkward, but we needed that because I said from that day forward, I don't care about entrepreneurship.
It's a bigger picture.
It's a bigger picture.
I feel you.
If they're making other people's dreams do come true, like if your dream to be just a good mother and you handling your business and your kids doing this and that, you're successful and you're not even just wealthy financially, wealthy mentally, spiritually, like it's a big difference. So when I see people doing that and they're like helping others, giving back to the community, any of that nature, that what made me gravitate to those people. And so after that following year, we took off the empire. Like we did, it was no longer a woman empowerment event. It was just an empowerment event for everybody.
I love that.
It's open for men, and we're not going to focus on entrepreneurship and CEOs anymore. You got a lot of people that
was bigger.
It's bigger. Mm-hmm. So every year we make sure we have some type of nonprofit on there besides our own. We bring in different people that's really shaking in their industry. Like we had cake makers. I done had marketing people. The list goes on. Last year we had Trina. Yeah. And she was the bomb. Like, oh my God. Like, I love Trina. Like, what they do to her. Like, okay. She was the bomb. Like, she was really good. But this year we supposed to have Super Sin. She canceled on us. 36 hours before our event.
Whew,
after we
sweat
paid
dripping.
her. After we paid her the whole, like her back end, front end. Canceled, claimed she was in the hospital.
So you do everything before the event, before they even arrive?
You really don't supposed to, but because of COVID, it done messed up a lot of things.
Yup.
Like they done changed it. Like a lot
different.
of things a little bit more. Some people want their money 30 days before. And I get it because it was like some things was, you know, hey, sorry, we don't got your money. COVID, no one showed up. And like, nigga, I don't care. Oh, excuse me.
It's okay.
People, man, I done came all the way from Chicago. Y'all have my money. Like, it's different things. So they have changed that a lot. But so, and then we seen her like blasting people on social media prior. We seen her blast, like, we came here, I gave her a discount and they still didn't have my money. Like, I don't seen that type of stuff. So I was like, you know what, let's go ahead and send her all her money now. And like 4 hours later, her manager called, was like, you know what, Super Cent was involved in an accident and she's not gonna be able to make it. So I'm like, is she okay? We praying for her. We doing all of that. Now I got to get on my junk. Like, I got to get on my little grind, my little hustle, because now I got to find another keynote within 36 hours.
Yes, and I know that's
really less than that, because the keynote got to come tomorrow. I ended up getting Prima Donna from Miami, Atlanta, or whatever, whichever way she's from. But she's killing it on social media. She be on the comments, 40%, drop that code. Like her marketing skills is like no other. But she was amazing, from her mother to her siblings. It was amazing. They made it work for us.
So it was a redirection for you.
It was
a redirection.
It was a redirection, and she was so awesome that people was really they gravitated to her. They could understand. So it worked in our favor, but at the same time, we had so much going on because Super Cent was supposed to be in the hospital, but she was live on social media, popping, drinking.
It be like that too.
Like,
it's so hard sometimes to keep your face when you be seeing stuff like
that.
How
you say you in the hospital, but you can't make our event. We don't pay all this money for flights that we can't get back. All these different things, and you're taking shots and celebrating with your family and your friends. So it made us look bad at my brunch this year for the first time. She went live during my brunch at somewhere else with her friends.
So as a business owner, when things like that come up, because event planning, they say expect the unexpected. And then you do everything in your power to make sure that nothing goes wrong. But you still know something's not going to go as planned. But when it's something like that.
Oh, Lord.
How do you, as a business owner, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I have never had that happen before.
Yeah.
I have never had that happen before because people for our brunch, our keynotes be so excited to come.
Right.
That we don't have to worry about that. And we dropped the ball this year because our contracts wasn't where it's supposed to be at.
But it was still an amazing event.
It still turned out. We just I'm nervous about my next one. Because I don't know if people are going to be questioning.
They don't do that.
Like, I mean, they did it at my brunch. My mom had to tell someone she can leave.
Oh, man.
Like, she's like, how's she going on? I thought y'all said she in the hospital. We had people ask for their money back because they wanted to be with Super Cent. Like, I ain't never had that happen before, ever. We only had one cancellation over my 7 years, and it was a Olympic runner, Miss Brinkley. Her house burnt down. I won't expect for you to be coming here. You got to handle your business. Like, we prayed for her. Anything we can do, let us know.
Yeah.
Like, other than that, we have never had a cancellation from Tokyo Jets. We have pop-ups like Chameleon, like Juju done came just to support us before we even had her as a keynote. Like, we never have had this problem before. So this is new for me. Like, I don't even really know what to really do because like, she kind of like damaged like my brand a little bit.
I don't think so though,
girl.
I think you don't understand. Like, your reputation supersedes you. Like, you're phenomenal.
I was crying.
and I think it'll feel like that, especially because it's your event and it's your baby, and you see how it's supposed to unfold, and it's a lot. Especially
it was a lot.
Being the event curator, a lot of people don't understand how much you go through when you have to go back home after an event that hasn't gone your way, and you have to do
everything's in your mind. Like you saying, like, well, what could I do different? Like, did I not market right? I mean, you know, like, did I not market right? Okay, dog, I should even have her. Why did I have her? Oh, okay, next time I ain't gonna. You be thinking of some things what you could have did different, and I'm still thinking about what I could have did different because I'm just not used to that. That was like it was an out of body experience for me. I'm not used to people like complaining and asking for their money back. But then you have some people it's like, you know what? We glad we was here for Prima Donna. So everything worked out. But you know,
what got you into event planning?
Girl, oh Lord, my mom gonna kill me. So I was always the person like this to carry the cameras. And we just take pictures.
Okay, like, you was on scene.
Yes, girl. They like, you know, stupid cameras. I'm like, okay, you gonna thank me later. And so now they like, you got that picture from? No, I don't.
Oh,
but I
you tucked it away?
Yeah,
oh,
I be having them. But I always was the one that always believed in memories and hanging out with friends and like creating memories before I took as many losses that I have took over time.
Understood.
So, like I was doing parties in 8th grade, house parties and all types of stuff, girl. Like
early.
Like early, like I think my 9th grade year I had a party. It was a Fine 15. And I planned the whole thing.
Is a what?
A Fine 15.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to wait for the Sweet 16. So I did a Fine 15. I don't order the cake. I went and got the building. Like me and my friend Sharina, I don't know how we did it, but we worked it out that her mom got the building for us. It was in her apartment. So they used to have the clubhouses back in the day.
Yes.
So we did that, and I gave them my mom check, I think, without telling her.
Oh.
And so, like, I told her about the party. Like, Mom, I got a party planned. If it's my 5:15, this day, you got to, And my mom's like, what? And, like, what you talking about? Like, I'm like, well, you got to do it now because we can't get the deposit back if we don't. But she's going to kill me. But she's like, let's go ahead and do it. And it was, like, one of the biggest parties in my high school history. So many people came to it from all different schools. Again, we didn't have social media.
Mm-hmm.
I went to 5 elementary, 3 middle schools.
We got something in common.
Yeah. And I hate
bounced
that.
Around a lot.
But it was a blessing in disguise for me because I ended up keeping contact with people. I still had friends. So when I started doing the parties,
you knew people.
I knew everybody in the hood to over here. Like it was like, oh, we going to CC party. CC party be jamming. They going to CC party. So we just did that, and I just made sure I just did like a part. I can do a party at Golden Corral, girl. Like, hey, we meet at Golden Corral. I have people whooping on the stage, whooping on the table at Golden Corral.
I could see it though. I could see it. Just the progression from like school to just like
doing that. Like I did it, but honestly, I didn't even take event planning serious. I didn't even know that it was real money into event planning until I went to school.
Yeah.
Because I did a little medical assistant. I worked different jobs and everything, but something told me, like, look up event planning. And I found UCL. I said, people got degrees in this? They really do this? Like, they making money. Oh, wow. Let me just try and figure this out. But it took me like 10 years to even think about that. I was just doing parties just to do them.
And I'm not going to lie. Because obviously this is our first time meeting, but that's like super impressive to know like you even like went to school for event planning because you meet so many people and you're like, oh, I do event planning. You're like, you go to school for it? No, I just been doing it. I got that a lot.
Yeah, and so that's why my company is Miss CP Booking Firm and Event Services. Mm-hmm. So I can book artists, influencers, whoever. If I have contacts for them, if I can't, if I utilize another contact and make it happen. My motto is your one-stop shop to your next successful live event. So from beginning to end, I can make it work from you, from the talent to the coordinating, the services, however, whatever you need done, I can make it happen for you. So, but my hospitality, that degree helped me with catering to people.
Yeah,
like it's a bit different. Like making sure that it's about service. If you got to make sure you get someone experience. So that's one thing. Even with my brunch, I want to make sure the food good. So you got the taste buds right. When you come down to music, entertainment, I got dancers. I have a dope DJ, a couple DJs. Like it's your all your senses are being touched.
Yeah, I love that. Dang, think about that. We answered a lot of questions on a lot of my question. Was this like, what venture did you try before event planning?
I don't know if y'all remember a school called Sanford Brown. I'm not sure if y'all had it here. Like, they had like the Art Institute, all them different little for-profit
I'm from New York,
schools.
so I kind of just dropped in here.
Oh, okay. Well, that's even good, though. I think they was up there in New York, too. I know Philadelphia for sure, because they got lawsuits everywhere. But I wanted to do ultrasound.
Oh yeah, ultrasound tech.
Yes, I really wanted to do that. Like, and then they
I started school for that.
Girl, listen.
I started.
They set you up for failure.
Those
schools, them schools. If you're not going to like an actual university or like one of the schools that's in the hospital,
they don't care.
They'll be like they fraud. There be a lot of scamming, and I did one of them. I was in debt almost $50,000 going to the school. They made you do medical assistant. They made you take all these core classes and all these different things. So I did all of that because their thing is the price of a brand new car. You have a lifetime. You have a career of a lifetime.
Yep.
So who ain't gonna reject that? Like, okay, let me get into doing that. But I did the ultrasound, and when time started doing it, every little thing we did, they had problems with it, and it was just really weird. And coming to find out, the school wasn't accredited, so that's why they was trying to put people out because they had no interns for them. And it just ended up going, it turned me off to anything in the medical direction, to the point that I just worked in finance. I work in finance with different banks. I did Wells Fargo, worked with their mortgages, and I did that until to make sure my ends meet. Yeah, I did that, and it was pretty cool. And I did my little parties on the side. Didn't know that people make as much money as they made, because I was just doing like little stuff in Duval, like little cookies and cream parties, and masquerade parties, and stuff like that.
What about the working with artists? When did that come into place?
Forever.
You have an amazing, your catalog is nice.
For I've been doing like the emerging artists, even back when I was doing like the cookies and cream party in Jacksonville and the masquerade parties. The up and coming artists then, like that was doing music, I tell them to come perform. I don't had like, they not really doing music now, but back then we had Super Chino from Jacksonville. He would come just chill at my parties. Like, I just had those relationships just because I'm like, hey, I like your song, come to my party. And they'll come and hang with me. And I built that relationship up to like, even when they start blowing up or going in different directions, we're still cool. And when I came into Orlando, I got a executive assistant position for Keep Entertainment and Frontline Promotions.
He's working with Cool.
Yep, Cool, John Cocky, Pat Nitz, Willie Fisher, Troy, Big Head. I worked for all of them.
That's a great,
Like, and I didn't know nobody. I moved here in 2011. I went to a CSR Promotions, had like a meet and greet for this artist named Brianna Perry or something from Miami.
Yep, I know. I
think that was her name. And so I was like, we went there. Nobody was there. I'm like, she's an up and coming artist. So I'm like, however. But I just was taking notes. It was my first meet and greet. I don't even know what a meet and greet is, but I'm taking notes. I went to another meeting, and it was talking about All-Star coming to Jacksonville. And it was like all of them, the guys, they was coming together as the Monopoly group. That they already have their own, like Tony Cool got the college crowd, Pat Nitz got the older crowd, and the classics and the alumni. And so they came together. And I'm like, oh, this is dope. And so, girl, as I'm sitting there, I'll never forget, as I'm in the boardroom with them, they just talking. And I'm just like telling them like what I know about promotions, because again, I'm from Jacksonville, so I do promotions in Jacksonville now for the different clubs and stuff there, and they love my input. They're like, oh, who is you? Okay, like where you come from? Like
you got their attention?
Like they didn't know like who is this damn girl? But before I knew it, they hired me as their assistant. I'm sitting there at the table pinching myself, like, is this really happening? Like my dreams,
I would have been the same way.
Yes, my dreams are coming true. Like right now, and before I knew it, I became their assistant. Again, when I moved here, I knew 3 people, my 2 cousins and my business partner. When I ended up working for them, this All-Star, they got 27 to 30 events right now, all week long. So I got to meet the DJs, the artists, them who at that time it wasn't influencers, it was just called celebrities, guests. To help take care of them, I help make and pay the DJs, pay the host. So now I'm meeting all these different people, and in terms of their money, they want to know who you is.
Oh yeah,
and so it opened doors for me. Yeah, it opened so many doors, and that's another reason why we named the brunch Dreams Do Come True, because I felt like I came to Orlando and realistically my dreams came true.
I love that. That's so dope. Oh, thank you. Dang, I love that. That's so crazy. Because I'm thinking about like when I first got out here, I don't know how I ended up in artist management, to be honest. Like my family is all in the music industry. Like my mom worked with Hot 97. I was like in the studio with 50 Cent, Sean Paul, and like Jay-Z, and like these artists like back in the day. Like this was me growing up. So I never saw myself like working with artists, but I always had a passion for like
the music.
Yeah, just artists and just seeing like them in the studio and stuff like that. Right. So when I first got out here, I feel like the first artist I started working with, he was just like, you think you seem like you know what you're doing and you know about the music industry, so let's work together and let's figure this out. So I called my stepdad. I'm like, this is the route that I'm looking to go. So he's advising me and everything. But I say that to say this, the artist that I started working with, his first show was Vane, Cool, Lil Boosie. And I was like, what? Mind you, I had never been to the club. Okay. I was very sheltered growing up. I was sheltered. I didn't go to any house parties or anything. So, like, my whole getting into the music industry was, like, very just, like, sporadic. It was so crazy. So, I just know from, like, being put in that situation, him saying, okay, I'm an opener. I'm opening for Boosie. It's at this club. This is what we have to do, X, Y, and Z. I'm on the phone with Cool. Cool don't know who I am from nothing. You know, Cool get a million people that's always trying to. Mm-hmm. So Cool is like, all right, look, this is what you do. And ever since then, I was like, mad respect. Because for someone to take the time to like educate someone who they know clearly doesn't at this point in time know what they're doing, you know, and I feel like probably for like a good like 2-3 years, like anytime like I had an event coming up, I'd be like, cool, you got anything coming up? Can I have an artist come slide through, hit stage and stuff like that? And that was really when I realized like the power of the relationships. And
it's all about that connection.
And you was at the table.
Yeah. And to this day I can call either one of them and be like, Patty, I need, or can I? And they don't tell me no. But you know, it's like when it comes to the artists, like I always like, I work with a lot of them here. Like D-Boy, that's my brother. No one can't tell me nothing about him. Leap Baby, Tony Boy, Whoop. KT. Like I don't work with like the local artists, like talent, really big. And then like when it comes to emerging artists, Bigger Rankins, which is like a very big, he's a legend. Yes. And that's my OG. Okay. So I work underneath him. Anything when he do his Diamond Awards, I coordinate that for him. I have a back to school drive that we do together. So I do his community involvement and his award ceremony. But I started working with him as well. Like I kept on, when he was coming here and I was interning, I was working with the Monopoly group with John and Tony and all them. I kept telling like Bigger, like, you need to mess with me. Like let me help you. And so before I knew it, I ended up getting on Team Bigger Rankins. And I opened a whole another blessing.
It's a hard team to get on.
Yeah, I got on that team. And the difference was, you know, I wasn't a DJ. I'm not an artist. I'm just a woman that loved the children. Yeah. And I've been through some stuff. And I know that I want to change the world through music, some way, somehow. And so
I love the sense of community, just like with everybody.
I'm all about that. Like you have to be. Like our youth are so in trouble right now. My son is 14, and I'm scared for him every day.
I know, me too. Like, my son is 12. My
daughter's 13. You get what I'm saying?
It's scary. Like just them leaving the house.
You never know. It's different. When we was 13, we get dropped.
We could do whatever.
Mall, go to the skating rink. They may be a fight, and guess what? They're gonna get up and go home.
That's it.
And come back next week like nothing happened. Now it's a fight. Someone's gonna get killed. Yeah. Someone's gonna get shot. Like it in our black community are not doing nothing but killing each other. So it's like and then you got to also have to protect yourself from not just your community but these other crazy people. They want to come and do dumb stuff for no reason. So it's like really like it's hard out here.
It is.
It's hard out here. So I love when you say like community. We have to build each other up because we don't. Who gonna do it?
And if you don't have a community, it's important to find one. Just start talking and connecting and networking with the right people.
But you know, I posted on Facebook the other day. I'm like, you know, if you're doing bad as a parent, how do you think your kids are doing? You have to be comfortable. You have to know that you have to eventually ask for help, even if you don't like asking for help.
And that could be the hardest part sometimes.
I don't like to ask for help. My friends tell me that, and I don't know how to ask for help. I'll go without before I ask. But it's a lot of people that don't, and our kids are being affected by that. Like they are. Like I have my nonprofit, we see so many kids, you know, they grandma raising them, auntie raising them. Like it's parents not involved, our parents are no longer here. So it's like it's hard out here.
What would you say to the woman out there that is a single mother and she's trying to just keep pushing? You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I feel like, well, what I will say is I've been interviewing a lot of women recently, and when I get on the phone, I be like, "Hey, how you doing?" And normally it's like, "I've been doing good, things are alright." But recently it's been a whole lot of, "All right, I'm hanging in there, things are okay." So I can sense a shift in just society overall. What would you tell
people
that
woman? Me that I need to do better. I need to do better. But people be asking me, "How you doing?" I'm like, "I'm here." I need to do better.
Energy transfers. Yes. So I think when people hear that, then you're thinking, all right.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay. What you about to say? She here. Honestly, a lot of my friends are like my cousin, for example. She tells me that I'm too hard.
Okay.
She tells me that I don't show enough empathy and I'm too hard. But if people been through half of the things I've been through and took half the losses I've took, the way I have took them, they probably be as hard as I am. And a lot of people wouldn't even be able to shake it. They would have gave up a long time ago. But I just look at like, I done lost so many people in my life that how can I say it? They wish they could be here. They wish they can see their kids. They wish they can travel here. They wish they can go eat some Spanish food today.
Yeah.
Like, it's so many people that we have to live for, that we don't have time to be not living right now for ourselves. Are we feeling sad and feeling bad for ourselves? But what that's going to do for you?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not going to do nothing for you, but have you around here,
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just here. Like I say, if I need to do better. You know, like, you have to be able to push yourself and, like look at the big picture. Like, and you have to speak stuff into existence.
Yes.
You have to be like, you know what, I am about to get this money. I'm not rich yet, but it's coming.
You got to believe it, too,
You got to believe it. You have to manifest it.
Yeah.
You have to pray, but you have to work.
Gotta put
Ain't
in the work.
nothing's going to come to you if you ain't working. I can pray all I want, but if I ain't getting out there going to look for the job and apply for the job, research the job, and find who I can get, how am I get the job?
Ooh, well said. I couldn't have said any better. Ciara, you're amazing.
Oh, thank you.
You know, it's crazy. It took us this many years to meet,
Yes.
to be honest, but I've been watching, I've been following you. You're phenomenal.
Thank you.
You forever do have my support. We're definitely locked in.
Listen.
What?
Anything you need from me, let me know. I know I'll be on go. Like, I might be gone for the next week. But when I come back, I'll be on back to school drive mode. But
Yeah,
anything you have going on, please let me know.
Whatever you need for the back to school, because we were talking about doing one, but just the way everything is set up right now, I was telling my team I would rather pour into someone who has something going. So.
I used to do one with City, the host. Not sure if you know him or not,
Yes.
but City and his PR, Jessica South Promo. She just did the Kodak. What is it called? Kodak Black Day. Yeah, she just coordinated that. That's like one of my babes or whatever. But she used to do one off like Ivy Lane, but since COVID, I don't think she have done it. So I started my own in Jacksonville in 2018 with my OG Bigger Rankings. We have between 350 to 400 kids we feed and give book bags to. And we've been killing it. Like, yeah. So you want to come out there?
All right, tap me in.
Yeah.
Tap
You'll
me
love
in
it. Them kids be off the chain. We're in the hood now. Let you know.
Okay, I'm from New York.
Okay.
All right, I'm from New York. We got this.
So you'll understand when you
We
get
good.
there. You may see some things, but don't judge us.
We was talking about it earlier.
Yeah.
Ciara, look, I have a whole list of things that I want to talk about, but we wouldn't even ever be able to get through all this
You
in
can call me
one.
anytime. I'm going to give you my number. Anything you have going on, just let me know. And I can repost and stuff like that for you. I don't care about that. I'm big on support.
likewise,
Like,
me
we have
too.
to do that, because if we don't support each other, what's about to happen? Like, we can't expect things to come our way. We have to go get it.
That's so true. And ladies, we are telling y'all, it's about support, it's about community, it's about pouring into each other and lifting each other up.
Yes.
We got enough against us for us to be against
And against
each
our
other.
babies.
And against our babies.
Yes.
Want to thank you all for tuning into this week's episode of Wealthy Sis Podcast. I'll be leaving all the links for everybody underneath this episode. We're out of time, but until next week, everybody stay healthy.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having me. Y'all be blessed.
Yes, ma'am.